in high definition. The Fox 19 Morning News at 5.
Very good Wednesday morning to you, 5:29. Welcome to the Fox 19 Morning News. Glad to have you with us.
That's right, Tracy Johnson, Frank Marzullo. Don't adjust your watches. It's not 9 a.m.
It's not 9:30.
No, it's not.
It's 5:30.
It's 5:30 this morning.
There you
Tracy
go.
and I usually with you with the extra at 9, but I'll rob off this week. And Sheila has a sick little guy
She's
at home.
being mommy this morning.
Hope
and
Eric's,
a good mommy.
Hope Eric's feeling better. That
We
fever's
hope so.
down.
Yeah.
Hey, 29 after 5. Got some rain out there this morning, and this is just the beginning, I think.
Katie, we're hoping for a little bit of sunshine, maybe this afternoon.
Yeah, I can't rule out a peak.
Okay.
Maybe we'll call it a peak of
We'll take a
sunshine
peek. We'll
later
take a
this
peek.
afternoon. But yeah, going to be looking at mainly cloudy skies for today, and showers will be around. The good news is we're not looking at a steady rain all day long. We're having some showers now, and then later on this evening, more rain moving in for us. A Ray St. Clair rooftop cam, visibility down just a bit here. We're looking at temperatures, though, very mild, sitting at about 45 degrees. Those south winds about 5 miles an hour will pick up. 10 to 15 miles an hour will really help this temperature going through the afternoon hours to climb into the mid to upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. So we're looking at a very mild afternoon here. But yes, a rainy day as well. And that is what we are seeing on the radar and satellite picture now. We've got some moderate pockets of rain pushing through northern Kentucky, through Boone, Kenton, and Campbell counties, and Independence near Walton, even Florence and Union, finding some of those showers out there. A lighter rain being seen through our southeastern Indiana communities up towards Franklin County, Union County, and then over and into Ohio right now. So most of that moderate precipitation is in northern Kentucky here. But behind that, we are clearing out. So we'll look for a few isolated showers through the later morning hours. This is going to be a morning commute issue. But going into the afternoon, things will be clearing out for us. Buncombe right now at 43. Hamilton sitting at 45 degrees. Your day ahead? Cloudy skies for noon with a peak of sunshine we'll go with. A few breaks in the clouds here with 53 our temperature. Up to about 59 degrees this afternoon. Going to be very mild for this time of year. We'll stay dry through the evening commute. And then late tonight, more showers roll in. We'll track those coming up in just a bit. It is 5:31. Here's an update on traffic now with Stephanie.
All right, well, thank you so much, Katie. Well, we don't have any accidents on the interstates yet due to that rainfall, but we do have a couple elsewhere. None on the west side of Cincy, none in northern Kentucky, but the east side of town, different story. We do have an accident in Norwood, Reading Road at Victory Parkway, and then another one in Hyde Park, Observatory Ave at Edwards Road. 71 southbound, though, from 275 to the bridge is looking good. You might need an extra minute just to slow down so you don't skid on those wet roads. Let's take a live look now at 71 at Fields Erdel Road. Now, just a couple cars on the southbound side here, but it is very wet. So take your time as you head out this morning. It's 5:32. Frank and Tracy, back to you.
Stephanie, thank you. On to the news now. Could your mail still be processed here in Cincinnati, even after next year's processing center closing date? An Ohio lawmaker, Tracy, wants to make that happen.
Yeah, Brad Underwood is live this morning with all the details on that. Good morning, Brad.
Well, good morning, Tracy. This facility here, the processing center on Dalton Avenue, along with 9 others across the state of Ohio, for the meantime being saved at least for the next 5 months. Senator Sherrod Brown has a plan. We'll lay it out in detail today to save 10 facilities, processing facilities, as well as 120 post offices across Ohio that are set to close because of cutbacks with the USPS. Now let's talk about his plan. Senator Brown will outline it in detail today in a news conference, a telephone conference that is scheduled for noon today. The plan will keep all of the United States Postal Service facilities, as well as all the post offices that were set to close. They'll keep them open until May 15th, 2012. Now, during that time, the Postal Service says it will continue to study the impact of proposed closures. Now, that extra 5 months is also going to give lawmakers time to reevaluate the pre-funded retirement benefits for all postal workers that was created by Congress. That's just one of the ways Senator Brown says money can be saved. Now, the Postal Service is considering the elimination of overnight delivery, closing 3,700 post offices and 252 mail processing centers nationwide at a cost of about 28 to 30,000 jobs. Again, Senator Brown set to outline in full detail that plan via telephone news conference today at noon. Reporting live outside the processing center on Dalton Avenue, Brad Underwood, Fox 19 News.
All right, Brad, thank you.
The Ohio Senate could vote this week on the so-called heartbeat bill. It would ban abortions at the first detectable heartbeat. Opponents testified yesterday before the Senate, calling the bill radical and cruel. Dozens showed up to protest the bill. The next hearing is today, and a vote could come as soon as this week. Any Senate changes would need approval from the Ohio House, which passed the bill this spring.
Well, a Cincinnati landlord who was found guilty of violating the Ohio Civil Rights Act is asking the Ohio Civil Rights Commission to change that ruling. The commission found that Jamie Hine guilty in September of discrimination because she posted a whites-only sign at the pool. The landlord says that she posted the sign because a girl used chemicals in her hair that would make the pool cloudy. Commissioners are scheduled to hear her request at a meeting in Columbus tomorrow.
Tracy, some flights across the tri-state could be grounded. The Blue Ash Airport needs help from the city of Cincinnati or a private buyer, or it could shut down for good. City manager Milton Dehoney says there's not sufficient revenue to keep the airport open. He says it could close by next summer. Meanwhile, some pilots and passengers who use the airport say it's an economic engine.
We realized only $25,000 in revenue last year. When you think about an airport operation and that's what it's doing, it's just not worth it.
But according to the last Ohio Department of Transportation study, it generated $6.9 million of revenues, and there are 75 jobs directly associated with the airport.
You may remember the city of Cincinnati sold 130 acres of the airport property to the city of Blue Ash for $37 million. Blue Ash wants to turn that land into a park and performing arts center.
Well, the federal government could be giving the streetcar project a major boost.
Fox 19's Dan Wells live at City Halls with details of this big announcement that could mean big dollars coming to that project. Hi, Dan.
Well, good morning to you both. You know, this project has been an up and down one for the Queen City, and we're learning there could be some money coming here to Cincinnati this morning. Now, the U.S. Department of Transportation is scheduled to announce another round of Tiger transportation grants. According to an anonymous congressional source, Cincinnati may be in line for $11 million for that project. Now, of course, that money could clear the way for construction of the streetcar project from downtown to over the Rhine, specifically from 5th Street to Findlay Market. Now, with this new money, we're learning construction in theory could actually begin early next year. Here is the money or funding breakdown. The Queen City has identified more than $99 million for the streetcar project as a whole, $64 million in city bonds, and $29 million of previously received federal funds. Now, with this new money, that can only really help the chances of seeing a streetcar here in the Queen City. We, of course, continue to follow all of the latest developments online at fox19.com. Live downtown in front of City Hall, Dan Wells, Fox 19 News.
All right, Dan, thank you. Coming up, the Reds signed a new player. Find out who he is next.
And later, a stem cell study gives a woman hope that she'll walk again. A look at this groundbreaking research coming up as the Fox 19 Morning News on this Wednesday continues.